I'd say most guys miss on the social media. They don't understand why it's important for them to personally build a brand. They have a hard time getting people to come into the industry. And so you have to make it cool by telling your story, by telling your people's stories. And frankly, a lot of them don't want to learn marketing. They don't want to learn how to tell their story so people listen. They don't want to have to tell their story, so they don't. And so, like when I first came here, I remember, like Grant saying, hey, look, dude, your biggest problem is people don't know who the f- you are.
Yeah. What it is, Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs. Today in the studio, folks, as always, I got a real treat for you. Lee Haight is in the house.
What's up, everybody?
I had to clear my throat there a little bit, so let me repeat. Lee Haight is in the house. That's a cool last name only because nobody ever says Haight.
Got a lot of haters, but I'm a lover, not a hater.
And it's Haight, in case you're looking for him. Lee Haight. And by the way, Lee is a roofer.
No, I'm not. I'm a roofing salesman, Brad.
So we were just having a conversation in the green room because he has a big roofing company, does, fairly well.
100 million.
100 million a year.
Yeah.
Built it from scratch?
Actually, me and my dad got started from scratch together. He built a big company with his uncle, or with his brother, is my uncle. And they broke up. And, when I got out of high school, it was me and my dad starting from scratch. And
but it's doing 100 million a year.
Yeah.
Okay. And I would imagine netting quite a bit.
It's
Decent chunk of change.
It's been great down there in the state of Florida.
Yeah, and then some people would call you a storm chaser.
Nah, I would call myself a storm catcher. I chased storms my whole life, all over the country in more than 50 states. I knocked doors everywhere. Kind of gives you a good idea of how the country works, and you sit in living rooms all across the country. But I settled in Florida. There's the most storms there, and strategically the plan is to actually partner with companies in areas where there's lots of storms, because we do solar, insurance, retail, and that's all kind of on the roof. So.
It's all about the roof.
It's all about
the roof. You heard the joke about the roofers?
What's the joke about the roofers?
Forget it. It's over your head.
Go ahead.
It's over your head.
All right. Oh, damn. It did go over my head. What a dumbass. Wow.
Anyway, so you built that thing from scratch, and now, again, you show roofing companies. So if the roofers, and I know a lot of roofers are listening, if the roofing companies that are out there rocking and rolling want to rock and roll harder, they would call you.
You're damn right they would call me.
And a lot of them have. I know a few of them that have, dude. They say your shit freaking blew up their game.
Yeah, man. I started along about 7 years ago. It all started when I had this big idea to sell Grant Cardone a roof. And I thought that, I needed to get known. He had a lot of followers, and I thought maybe I could get his roof paid for by the insurance companies. So I reached out to him, and he actually sold me some training. And it cost me a lot of money to get the opportunity to sit down with him, but I made him an offer he couldn't refuse. And 18 months later, we did about a $1.3 million project. In that time period, I created a university for roofers. And since then, 7,000 students, 400 million in results. My company went from $10 million a year to $100 million a year. And a lot of it has to do with social media. A lot of it has to do with the network. And a lot of it has to do with the virtual training. It was one of the first things that we got in here and built SkyDiamonds University right here in the studios. And, it's been a fun journey.
So how do you need to be an influencer to blow it up?
Hell no, man. Everybody's got a roof. We fix big problems for big paychecks. There's a multi-billion-dollar insurance market. There's so many storms that insurance companies are paying for roofs everywhere. There's a big building boom. So there's a lot of homes getting to that time period where they need to replace a roof. They have to pay retail. And, right now, about solar, and a lot of times people can qualify for getting a large percentage of their roof paid for if they go solar, because of the Inflation Reduction Act.
100%, isn't it?
Well, it's 30% tax credit. So, if you pay taxes, you got 5 years to get the tax credit. But if you roll the roof and the solar together, then you'd get 30% off the roof. And if the average roof is like 30% profit, then you're getting the roof practically free just for the cost of goods.
So let's say, what's an average roof cost to replace?
The average roof is probably $20,000 to like a sales price, but it may cost more like $15,000, $14,000. So if you take a 30% tax credit on $20,000, so you subtract 6 from 20, you're left with 14. So you're literally getting the price that I would pay. And, we make money by making a little profit.
But you can finance it within that solar thing.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about rolling roof into solar deals is that, a lot of solar companies walk away from roofing. They think that solar is the biggest, opportunity to make money, and I agree. There's a lot of profit in solar, but there's also an opportunity in roofing, and that is if you roll the roof into the solar deal, the sky's the limit. If you give the solar organization a red line, then they can make just as much profit on the roof as they do on the solar.
So here's my question. If there was a company, let's say, doing 2-3 million a year, mom and pop, not real big, but just, cruising right along, roofing company. And they reach out to you and say, hey, dude, I want your help. What is it? What is the secret sauce you're teaching them?
Well, it's funny, right? When I came into this office the first time to launch my university, you said, dude, if nobody knows who you are, you ain't going to have a chance. You better start getting good at marketing. And, it was a journey that kind of took me. I was always good at door-to-door sales. I was always good at getting and finding salespeople. But once I started finding how to really, really target ads and use sales funnels and apply some of these marketing methods that all these gurus teach. I kind of made my own. I call it the blue collar marketing method. And so we spent millions of dollars, done tons of tests, and I don't believe anyone has a more successful roofing sales funnel. And so our secret sauce isn't just the way we generate the leads, it's the way we generate salespeople. And we've kind of taught the roofers a duplicatable way to get door-to-door salespeople, and we get them through social media, we get them through, I call it separating this.
Is that the trick though?
No, the trick is separating the serious from the curious. There's always people that are interested, but there's always a bunch of tire kickers. There's a bunch of people that want it. And it's wasting time with individuals that are going to just suck you dry, that stop you from wanting to hire people. So if you can get a ton of opportunities and you can weed out all the good ones and you can train them automatically, then you can just literally have I call it the fountain of youth, when you just have an unlimited supply of new blood and door knockers. But it's
willing to knock the doors.
Yeah, and that's it.
Are people against that?
I mean, look, no one really likes to be interrupted at the doorstep per se, but I do believe in our world that we live in that it's nice when somebody is out there showing initiative there and there's something real of value that they're offering. And, it's one thing to be out there selling magazines or selling, maybe pest control for your lawn, not saying anything against pest control. It's a necessary thing too. But roofing protects their most important investment. If there's potential storm damage, there could have leaks that could, I'm telling my wife one time, the AC salesman took a picture inside the AC, showed a little bit of mold. And next thing I know, she's spending $20,000 on the AC trying to. I'm like, honey, come on now. I could just scrape that mold off here. We don't have to do that. But if someone's roof's leaking and there's a mold issue, I mean, heck, that could cause literally ailments inside to their family. So, getting
what kind of ailments in case somebody's having weird ailments?
Well,
because you wouldn't know.
The number one thing is it's peace of mind whenever you know that you have a crappy roof.
Yeah, but how would you know if there's
Well, you would
mold?
know because there'd be spots on your ceiling. You'd know because every time it rains, you might hear a drip, or maybe you wouldn't know and it would be in your attic and all you would just have is algae blooming and growing in your attic. This happens to a lot of people. That's why we teach people to do in retail roofing sales and an attic inspection and document these things. But the reality is it can cause sickness. My client performance manager, the girl that helps all the people in SkyDiamonds, she had this one little section, this pipe burst. It wasn't from the roof, but mold started to grow and people were sick. I mean, her son was coughing. Her husband had real issues, inflammatory issues, and they had to go in there and mitigate the problem. But mold is a scary thing. It can cause a lot of problems, but it also can create a lot of money.
What's your average salesperson making?
I'd say the average roofing salesman probably makes 120 grand a year.
So 10 grand a month for all of those that can't do math.
Yeah. And I would say that I don't like to tolerate average. I like
but
guys.
That's average.
Yeah. And I'd say
and by the way, dude, 10 grand's, I'm not jaded. That's still pretty decent money. Now, is it enough to get out of the rat race? I don't think so.
No, but there's levels to the game. And
but you need to make probably 20, 30 grand a month to start getting out of the rat race.
Yeah. And the high level guys are definitely making $20,000, $50,000, even $100,000 a month in roofing. Whenever
Who's knocking doors?
Knocking doors because we sell tile roofs, metal roofs. These are $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 roofs. We sell commercial roofs. These can be $1 million roofs. So your typical residential roof, you sell it, it's 20 grand. You make a little bit of money. You might make 3 grand. You might make 3,500. But let's just say you've built good rapport with that customer. Guess what? Let me see a copy of your power bill and see how much we can save.
I'm going to start a company called Big Dog Roofing.
Let's go.
And the advertising campaign is going to be roof.
Hey, there's a lot of roofs out there. That ain't original, okay?
Oh, it isn't?
No.
It's a good idea, though.
Okay.
But the reason why is because you ever heard of 1-800-Flowers?
Yeah.
They are not in the flower business.
No, they're in the lead business. Yeah.
They don't have any flower shops.
No.
But they sell more flowers than anybody.
Yeah, they do.
So if I put out like Big Dog's Roofing, roof, call the Big Dog. Roof.
You need to put out real roofing, man. We need to do some big things. Wall Street and private equity are turning into the roofing business. I had probably 3, 4, 5 inquiries a week for the last year and a half to buy my roofing companies. A lot of my friends have been taking investments, and you even had some people in here in the blue collar space.
Yeah, I've been doing a little research and dabbling in the VC space because my money's stacking up, and I need to find a place to put it. And so I've been looking into mergers, acquisitions. And so I've been talking to a lot of them, and a lot of them are saying the roofing companies are freaking ripe.
Well, there's a lot of baby boomers, and I'd say there's a lot of old school roofers that just don't know the new school tools. So
they're crazy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. If you're in the roofing business right now and you're not making millions of dollars, you're doing it wrong. Period. And if you've been doing it for a long time and and let's say you're only making a few million, I'm talking about, deca millions. If you're not making millions of dollars in the roofing space, you're doing something wrong.
You're damn right. And we want to take you to the moon. And what we do is literally implement our marketing systems, our recruiting funnels. I take my $100 million roofing business. Took 20 years, and I've hired a lot of coaches, but really it's been a lot of beating my head against the wall. It's not like I hadn't been $1 million in debt. It's not like I hadn't been fined millions of dollars and had to overcome things. But what I've got now is a duplicatable system, and I've got a top 10 list. I call it the blue collar millionaire list. 20 millionaires made so far. One of those guys, I just acquired his company. We grew him first year, 2 million to 7.8, second year to 15. This year he grew to 18 million, and he just partnered with us as the first acquisition in the SkyDiamonds network. And what we're trying to do is build the wealthiest conglomerate of home service companies. Roofing is great, but there's a lot of other things that complement roofing as well. AC is a great business.
You said the key word before.
Yeah.
Home services.
That's it.
Because to me, if I'm in solar, I'm also in roofing. Yep. I'm also in plumbing. I'm also in AC.
Yep.
Like, I don't give a shit. Once I make the relationship with that homeowner, anything that dude needs, I got. Like, I got pool services. I got dog shit picker-uppers.
You know what the real fucking problem is?
I got them all.
I got a dog shit picker-upper. And, the guy, he makes pretty good money. He's actually got a couple locations. They're killing the game. He's got good recurring revenue. But why is it the young guys and the people?
But if I had one place that would do my roof, do my air, pick up my shit, fix my garage doors, replace my water heaters, call when the leaks and the plumbing and the water bullshit and the sprinklers don't work and the landscaping and the pool service, there isn't any.
No, and
that's what I want to create. So when you said home services, I'm like, that's what I'm thinking, because dude, the relationship, in my opinion, is what matters. And once I make the relationship with the homeowner through any of those individual ones, I now have a relationship for all of them.
Amen. As a matter of fact, I had a guy on my podcast, and he was a professional hockey player, and he teaches people. He started a window washing business, but window washing turned to gutter cleaning turned to hanging Christmas lights, and then he found other people to do it. Now he's got $1 million business doing that. And roofing is just the most expensive, easy to duplicate thing on the house. Solar is pretty easy to duplicate too. And so when you can teach a guy to build a business, like his own business, but he doesn't have to have a license, he doesn't have to have insurance, and you plug them into the best lead system, the best training, well, they don't even actually have to leave the comfort of their home. We close deals through Zoom.
Well, to me, that's what's missing. Because it's not hard to start a roofing company. Go get a license, find someone that was willing to do it. But how you getting the business? How you getting the leads? How you making it profitable? You got to have marketing.
Hey, you want to spend an hour a week with me helping you become a business badass? Well, check out my group in the link below.
You got to have marketing. You got to have good sales systems. And, You got to be willing when you do a home service project. Let's say that we did the roof replacement in your neighborhood. Your neighborhood's nice, dude. You get there, you got to live on a cul-de-sac. Guess what? I'm going to be at your house roofing it for a while. I'm going to make sure your pool's covered. I'm going to, make sure that everybody's, taken care of so that you give me good referrals. But the main thing is when I'm building your house, it's the best. That's my day on the car lot, man. All your neighbors see your job getting built. And so I'm going to knock on their door and I'm going to say, hey, look, I know that we're making a lot of mess. Here's my business card. If any of these guys inconvenience you, if you get any trash, you can call me directly. Look, let me tell you what Brad did. He didn't take his hard-earned money out of his bank account to pay for his roof. He had a little wind damage from a storm. We were able to show his insurance company they paid to replace his roof. And look, if you want, I can just do a quick inspection for you. You may qualify for the same thing. Took care of Brad. Why don't you just let me have him take a look, see if you may qualify. And I call it the easiest sell in America. I've gone door to door and sold solar. And it's just easier to sell somebody a roof inspection that could possibly be paid for by the insurance because
that's the key.
Yes. And a lot of times they don't have enough damage.
I know, but still,
you get your foot on the door. You switch it to a retail sell. You show them how with solar panels that in a 30% tax credit, the solar panels will pay for the roof. You will get a free roof. And we have something called the Green Energy Initiative. And so if what we tell them is, hey, you may have damage, let us check. But here's a second option. If the insurance company denies you, then we have this Green Energy Initiative. All it needs is a copy of your power bill. You can get a free roof, but this is through Uncle Sam. First is your insurance, then we go through Uncle Sam. And next thing you know, you basically have set up a roof solar combo deal.
Was your version of door knocking?
Yeah, that was a door knock.
Folks, if you don't know already and you ain't been listening, old Lee Haight knows the roofing business.
You're damn right. And we want to take you to the moon. So if you want to scale, like literally, we built 8-figure roofing companies like clockwork. We don't care if you're making 600,000, 500,000, 100,000, even if you're just getting started. We've taken people that were brand new in the business. If you go to tothemooncontractor.com, you can get a quick training on some of my blue collar millionaire lists, like exactly what they did. Some of the guys come from really like humble beginnings, like a Mennonite farmer. There was a kid.
Mennonite, you said?
Yeah, he grew
Amish or something?
Sort of. I mean, no electricity, but he had done a few jobs with his hands before he came to my conference. He bought the training, and frankly, when he bought the training, I'm like, ooh, we're gonna have to teach this one everything. And he killed it. He followed the script. He was coachable. He did a video. He got like 10 deals off this first ad. Next thing he knows, his friends are getting hired as salespeople. Now he's got a team of 10 sales guys. And his company's doing $6 million a year. That company probably makes $1.2 million. And the big picture is that guy can really push hard this year, build a $10 million company that makes $2 million in profit. And there's a chance, if he was to partner with me, that his business would be worth $10 million if he sold it. So if you build a $10 million roofing company that's profitable, you can build a $10 million net worth, and I can show you how to do it. You just got to go to tothemooncontractor.com.
Let me ask you this. If I'm listening to this and I'm a roofer, what am I, and I'm only doing 2 million or less, what am I doing wrong?
There's a lot you're doing wrong.
What if it's the neighborhood I'm in?
First and foremost, let's start with the basics. You probably are not hardcore door to door. You probably don't have a good sales manager that's taking the guys that really lives, I call it like a blue collar church, whether it's the sales meetings, the daily leaderboard, or the training every day. It's really a culture. And I'd say most guys miss on the social media. They don't understand why it's important for them to personally build a brand. They have a hard time getting people to come into the industry. And so you have to make it cool by telling your story, by telling your people's stories. And frankly, a lot of them don't want to learn marketing. They don't want to learn how to tell their story so people listen. They don't want to have to tell their story. So they don't. And so, like when I first came here, I remember, like Grant saying, hey, look, dude, your biggest problem is people don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
Don't know who the fuck you are. So that's the roofer's problems is no one knows what they are. No one wants to be a roofer.
Yeah.
So
do I sound like Grant?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But you know what? Here's the thing. A lot of white collar guys are soft as fuck. They don't want to do dirty jobs for clean money, but we don't do the jobs. Other people do. So
you got a lot of sayings. You've been working on your sayings.
I do. Dirty jobs, clean money. That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, dude, to me, blue collar is like, I'm from blue collar. My family's blue collar. To me, blue collar just means hard working. hard working. But I also say hard work is not going to get you rich.
No, I mean, I say blue collar, like home service, like general contractor. To me, like Donald Trump, you wouldn't think he was blue collar, but his kids learned how to use a bulldozer. They were on a bulldozer at 12 years old.
Collar.
Well, his dad built 2,500 homes. He built multifamily.
That ain't blue collar.
No, it's not.
And his dad didn't build them.
Well,
His
here's the
dad
thing.
probably financed the building.
That was a dirty job. There's
But the workers at the
there's a part of art of the deal.
construction site is who built the
There's a
building.
part of the art of the deal where Donald Trump is a younger guy, and he's saying that he has to go with his dad's goons to collect money because they had lower class apartments, and he didn't like it because it got physical and rough. Is that not sort of like a blue collar job? Collecting money from lower class apartments?
Not
when they
if
don't
you
want
went
to
with
pay?
his goons.
Well, Donald Trump was scared to do it. But I'm saying, even though he's white collar, he's teaching his kids how to drive a bulldozer.
No, I like
how
how
to tear
he raised
down a
his
building.
kids. I like how he raised. I think his kids turned out good.
Yes, I mean,
Especially the girl. I love her.
Ivanka. Yeah, I told my daughter to write a report on her. She didn't listen to me.
But dude, no, what I'm trying to do is get listeners that are listening, that are doing the hard work. Because again, you're not a roofer.
No,
That's why I was making a joke in the beginning that you're a roofer.
no, I'm a roofing salesman, and I sell people on selling.
But you have a roofing business. People would think that's a roofer.
Right.
You're a roofer.
I'm a
And when I
marketer.
think you're a roofer, oh, you have a business that's putting roofs on. So you're driving around in old trucks and the racks on the trucks and the ladders, and you're walking up there and someone's carrying the shingles up the ladder. You know, that ain't what you're doing.
No.
Someone's doing it.
Yeah.
But to me, that's a roofer.
Yeah.
You're a roofer salesman. You're a roof salesman. Or your company sells roofs. You don't necessarily install the roof. And you're like, no, we do. No, those people do. And those are the hard workers I want to reach to, because not to get all your people to quit on you, but you're not going to get rich roofing.
Well,
you can get rich selling roofs. So all these hardworking son of a bitches that are out there in the world, all you got to do is stop doing the hard work and start selling the hard work.
Amen. And
you're looking for people.
I'm looking for people all
There's
the time.
people in this audience right now,
Like,
listening,
look, guys.
that want to make $100,000 a month. You're going to get calls from people that go, $100,000, I'm in, and I'll knock on doors. If you can teach them, can you teach them?
That's damn right.
And I know he can't, because he has web-based interactive training system,
Look, guys.
multi-million-dollar interactive
Look,
training
guys,
system.
if you're not a contractor and you want to get into my industry, if you're a community of Brad Lees, I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to give you free access to training, literally free access to everything I call my life's work. All you have to do is go to joinleehaight.com and you'll get free access to everything that I've spent.
Tell them
my
the bomb
entire
squad.
life.
Make sure the bomb
Make sure
squad.
the bomb squad goes to joinleehaight.com, because we're here to raise the status for blue collar entrepreneurs. An entrepreneur isn't a guy that works with his hands. Now, a guy that starts working with his hands, he can learn. He can see the guys that are selling. He can see the CEO, and then he can learn how to sell.
Yeah,
so
but you know the guy that has the disaster company. What's
Yeah.
his name again?
TW who?
Yeah, TW.
Yeah, he's my friend.
How much money he making?
I don't know, but
That's blue collar. But
It's
is he
blue
blue collar? No.
No, it's not. And
You can get rich, but you ain't going to do it doing the work, is all I'm saying.
no, there's a
You can't be the guy pounding the nails into the shingles. You got to be the guy that sold the nail pounding job.
And I think the biggest problem that these guys have is the level of education in your business is going to determine the level of income and impact and freedom that you have. And they don't want to take the time to stop making money now. Some of them sell their own jobs. Some of them do their own books. Some of them collect their own money or manage their own projects. But once they get to a certain point, they stop putting their name out there, educating random people. A couple bad things happen in business, and now they don't have a team. And so I'd say, going backwards in life, if I would say one thing to get me to where I am, it's my team. And so building a team is the most important thing. That's what I do better for existing contractors than anybody else. We can help you get more leads, more salespeople, and I implement my proven $100 million roofing system into your business. Now, we guarantee 25 jobs. Now, mostly across America, that's $20,000 a job. So that's about a $500,000 in sales guarantee. And if you go to tothemooncontractor.com, because you're an existing roofer, window guy, HVAC guy, we can take you to the moon.
Dude, you're good at pitching your shit, ain't you?
Well, you know.
See, he's a profesh. That's probably how you're doing $100 million.
Well, you know, you taught me a few things.
I asked him a
Brad.
simple question, and he goes all back to, and it's all well worded. You've thought about a few things.
Look, man, I tell you what.
So, hey, but not to interrupt that one because it was good. They go to the Moon Roofing Contractor.
Yeah, if you're a contractor in any way and you want to scale, you want to get to millions, then go to tothemooncontractor.com. Let's say that you're trying to get in the business. You don't have a license. You don't have insurance. You want to make your first $150,000. You want to make $250,000, $500,000 in roofing. Look, you want me to give you free training, and I will. I don't want the guys.
Where do they go?
They're going to joinleehaight.com. Just go to joinleehaight.com. Follow me on Instagram, Lee_Haight. Write me a DM. I'm here to connect with everybody. I just want to help people out and raise the status for blue collars.
Yeah, and now all I'm talking to is the workers right now. The workers should drop the motherfucking hammer.
Drop the fucking
and go
hammer.
to joinleehaight.com. Like, drop the hammer.
Workers.
Dude, that's my new saying. Drop the fucking hammer.
Drop the fucking hammer.
Because, dude, I mean, that's a double entendre because it has more than one meaning, drop the hammer. But at the end of the day, dude, my dad used hammers, my freaking uncles, everybody in my family, they were blue collar, meaning they pounded the nail. They did the roof. They didn't sell the roof. They did the roof. That's the hard work. I've never seen any of them get rich.
Hey, but you know did the roof too. That's what we were talking about before.
Well, that's when I was young, bro.
Yeah, I know, but you were
stopped
hauling
that
shingles.
shit. I stopped that shit.
I will say this, though.
I didn't say don't do it.
Don't you think that taught you something?
They did do it. I'm saying you're not going to get rich pounding fucking nails and doing the work. You can get rich owning the company or selling the work. So all these people that are out there listening to this, because I got a lot of people, I got entrepreneurs that are rich. I got freaking people that are pounding nails. I'm just trying to tell them, you too can do this. You don't need to be some miraculous person. You can put down the fucking hammer, go to joinleehaight.com. By the way, that's HAIGHT, and freaking get training to learn how to make way more than you're making.
And if you're a door-to-door guy, you're in another sales organization, you may even be a better fit because you've already got all the sales skills or you have some like closer school training or something like that. See, we can plug you in. We got leads. You can work from home. You don't even have to like go door-to-door. If you go door-to-door, you'll make a lot more money. But the reality is we sell the highest ticket item in door-to-door. Grant's deal that I sold door-to-door to him was $1 million plus. And we just had one come in. First check, $2.8 million.
Does he keep using you?
No.
How come?
Because he's got cheaper roofers. But I'm not the cheap guy. But the thing is like this one job, $4.1 million roof, and that's a $500K commission. Now, there's not a lot of things you can sell door to door for a $500K commission. So, I just like that opportunity being out there. I call it scratching the blue collar lottery ticket, because
he's got all these things.
Guys, look, I've been coming here to Bradley's studio. This guy is the most hospitable. Like coming into this, it's been like 5 years, 6 years. I don't know how long it's been. It's been a long time.
Seems like a minute.
It seems like I lost a lot of hair since then. But
you came that way, didn't you?
Yeah, I came that way. But I still had the like little fro thing going. Like you don't know how to deal with your baldness, but I've got.
What do you mean?
Well, I gotta keep this shit tight, man. I gotta keep it clean.
Yeah, but I thought you came that way the whole time, no?
Maybe.
I'll have to look back.
I don't remember.
Well, anyway, dude, appreciate you coming. I know you got a flight to catch. Listen, folks, whether you're swinging the hammer, go and join leehaight.com. If you're already owning the thing and making good money, but you want to make better money, go to tothemooncontractor.com. You can follow Lee Haight at Lee_Haight on Instagram.
On YouTube. We're doing some crazy stuff. Go follow me on YouTube. We fight insurance adjusters. We're out there doing live door-to-door. We're doing training. YouTube? Yeah, some of my biggest crazy YouTubes would be like arguing on insurance companies on $10 million jobs, and it gets a little dramatic and crazy, so you got to go check out that YouTube.
Where at?
Lee Haight.
Lee Haight on YouTube. Until next time, folks, keep it real. So I'll get a six-pack only because it's fun and I'll do it one time, but I'm not talking about six-pack health. I'm talking about real health, because without your health, guess what? Money ain't gonna mean shit to you. You will give it all up. If you were stricken right now and I said, fucking, hey, give me your money and I will give you back your health, just so you don't feel that way anymore, you would give me all your dollars to feel good again.